To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
When it comes to the Walt Disney World Resort, Animal Kingdom is the premier place to get up close and personal with all of your favorite animals. Different species from all over the world inhabit this theme park, some from other worlds, don't forget them. But of course, Walt Disney World opened in 1971, and it wasn't always like this. Animal Kingdom debuted the same year I did in 1998. But that didn't mean that before the Tree of Life went up or Kilimanjaro safaris started giving tours of the Central Florida savannah, that there weren't places to see and interact with wildlife at Walt Disney World. Enter Discovery Island on Bay Lake, a place where guests could get in touch with their wild side. And by wild side, I mean you could feed some birds in an aviary, which is, pretty neat. But at some point, something happened to Discovery Island. Something Disney doesn't like to acknowledge. The island was left sitting exposed, open to the elements for years. A living relic of Disney Parks history, nearly frozen in time. And so today, we will learn about the opening, operation, and eventually the abandonment of Discovery Island. Discovery Island didn't always go by that name. In fact, back before even Disneyland was even thought of in Walt Disney's mind, it was known as Raz Island. The island changed hands a few more times before finally being known as Riles Island, the island that Walt Disney would see as he flew over Central Florida. Local legend says that when Walt Disney flew over Discovery Island in his plane called the Mouse, he decided that this was going to be the spot for Disney World. Is that true? Probably not. I'm going to say it was more of a combination of being in an accessible area, matched with the year-round good weather and relatively low land prices. But I mean, come on, it's a nice story, guys, you can admit that. When the plans for Walt Disney World were finalized and the park opened in 1971, Discovery Island did not open with the rest of the resort. It would not open until 1974, 3 years after the park opened, and it wouldn't even be called Discovery Island. Instead, it would be called Treasure Island, because of course. When it opened in 1974, Treasure Island was a place to examine both local and exotic wildlife. I mean, just look at that tortoise. The focus of Treasure Island was more on pirates and lore rather than the animals. The animals just were sort of a backdrop to the awesome pirate shipwreck that laid on the beach. You could think of opening day Treasure Island as sort of a mix between Tom Sawyer Island and Animal Kingdom. But 2 years later, in '76, Disney decided that the island needed some sort of facelift and retheming, so all the pirate theming went away. Treasure Island was now an official zoological park, and Disney needed a name to go along with it, so why not Discovery Island, where people could discover all the different animals and their ways of life and how they live on the island of Discovery. Yeah, it makes sense. And for the better part of 25 years, Discovery Island just kept chugging along, doing its thing, being a sort of mini half-day park within the Walt Disney World Resort. So what happened? Well, in 3 words,
Disney's Animal Kingdom.
Enter our good friend Michael Eisner, and one of the best theme parks that opened under his reign. Animal Kingdom was a triumph in theming, one of the best theme parks to have opened since Disneyland in 1955. And, just like Discovery Island, the focus was on wildlife. But unlike Discovery Island, this factor was cranked up to 12 because Disney had animals from all over the world, not just birds, but giraffes, lions, gorillas, zebras, tigers, the whole, animal thing. And Disney's 4th and newest park at Walt Disney World was quickly becoming the place to go if you wanted to see some awesome animals. And not only that, but most of our furry or feathery animal friends from Discovery Island were relocated to Animal Kingdom. And so while everyone was busy discovering this new park, Discovery Island fell by the wayside, and 25 years after it opened, it closed for good. Disney did not decide to retheme Discovery Island into Treasure Island again or do anything else with it like they would normally do these days. Instead, like the guests, cast members and maintenance workers decided to just leave the island altogether. They didn't even demolish the buildings or any of the animal enclosures. Instead, they were left exposed to the elements, left to rot away. There was a brief period of time in the mid-2000s though when Disney briefly considered retheming the island to the video game Myst, a puzzle game where the player would venture around a mysterious island solving puzzles, and that was the idea for the new Discovery Island. You would solve different puzzles as you moved through the area. And of course, this never ended up happening. And so, to this very day, sitting a lot closer to Disney's contemporary resort than you'd think, Discovery Island sits abandoned and empty. Well, for the most part. And now, offhand Disney drives a boat past Discovery Island.
Off starboard side here, you can see Discovery Island.
We're being pursued! They're after us!
I'm gonna kick this into maximum overdrive.
This has been Offhand Disney Drives a Boat Past Discovery Island. Over the years, of course, different people have gotten access to the island in their own different ways, usually illegally. Most recently, when Walt Disney World was locked down, someone snuck on, got a $100 fine, and was banned from Walt Disney World property for the rest of their life. Sneaking onto Discovery Island is illegal. Do not do it. If you want to look at it, you can see it from the Contemporary pretty well, or you can drive a boat past it, like I did. Kind of. But the question we're all asking now is, what remains for the future of Discovery Island? Does Disney have any plans to redevelop it, or are they just gonna let it rot forever? And the real answer to that question is, nobody really knows. I'm not even sure Disney knows what they want to do with that island. And so it remains abandoned, a stark reminder of what we have today in Animal Kingdom, but also a very important piece of Walt Disney World history that sits there, rotting away. An attraction where we, the guests, may never get to visit ever again. Abandoned by Disney. Yes, the creepypasta is inspired by this. Hello everybody! Did you enjoy this video on Disney's Discovery Island and how it's just sitting there in the middle of Bay Lake, gathering dust? If you did, hit the like button or the subscribe button if you're new around here and you want more videos like this talking about old, decrepit Disney remnants. If you want early access to this video, which all of my Patreon patrons did get about a week ago, if I'm uploading this at the proper time, then consider donating even just $1 over on my Patreon. The link will be in the description down below. And heck, did you guys ever visit Discovery Island when it was opened? Or when it was closed? And if you've never been, like me, what do you think Disney should do with this island? I think it's big enough for like a tiny park. There's so much they could do, yet it just, sits there. So what do you think they should do with the old Discovery Island? And also, have you read the creepypasta that was inspired by these true historical events? It's okay. I think it's alright. Lots of inaccuracies, but it's pretty spooky, so what can I say? Everybody, thank you all so much for watching this video, and I hope I'll catch you guys in the next one, whatever that may be. Something spooky related for Halloween, maybe, having to do with a certain haunted mansion. Goodbye.